All right. Hey, Steve Lemme and I have known each other for many years, and over the course of those years, we have had a bond. And that bond is a shared love for a particular actor. And if you can see Lemme's shirt, you can see the actor is Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze is the actor.
We are crazy for Swayze.
There's just something about Swayze's movies. We love them. We love to watch them together. They're just a fun list of movies. If you go down the list,
Red Dawn,
Youngblood,
The Outsiders,
right? Roadhouse,
Point Break.
Oh yeah.
In fact, the first time we watched Point Break, we watched it, we rewound it, we rebaked, and we watched it again back to back. And if you think we're bullshitting you about our love for Patrick Swayze, a little bit of Broken Lizard trivia. If you've seen our movie Club Dread, you know I play a character named Juan Castillo. And if you speak Spanish, you know that Juan Castillo literally translates into Johnny Castle, the name of Patrick Swayze's character in Dirty Dancing.
All right, so we thought to honor his recent passing, tonight we would tell you guys the story of the night that we met Patrick Swayze. All right? Hit it, Lemmy.
Okay, Kev, I will. I did not expect that. It was before we had made Super Troopers, and our producer invited Kevin and I to our very first big Hollywood mega party, and we were pretty excited. We both put on our best black turtlenecks, and went to the most cliche party in the Hollywood Hills producer's mansion or something like that. Like there were topless girls in the pool playing volleyball.
And there were celebrities everywhere, right? Like Ricky Schroeder was there.
Carrot Top was there.
Emilio Estevez was there.
But now through the throngs of celebrities and partygoers, it was like the seas parted and we saw him like a vision. Patrick Swayze. And we went bananas.
Went crazy.
Oh my god,
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god,
oh my god,
oh my god, oh my god,
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
We gotta talk to him, we gotta talk to him.
What are we gonna say?
All right, here's what we'll do. First, we'll go through the list of movies.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Then we'll hit him with the quotes.
Okay. I'm gonna call him Mijo, like in Roadhouse.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. All right. Then we get him to tell us his stories, right?
Yeah.
The stories he's never told anyone before.
Yeah.
You know, like did he make sweet love to Demi Moore and that pottery shit,
yeah.
you know, from Go?
He did. You know he did.
And so we went through this whole thing, right? And then what happened is we chickened out. All right? We chickened out. On top of that, I saw the free hors d'oeuvre buffet across the room. I made a beeline for that.
Bad timing on Kevin's part because a moment later, our producer came over to me and was like, "You know, Steve, I am good friends with P. Swayze, and I want you to come over and meet him before he takes off." And I look for my wingman, and sure enough, I see Kevin all the way on the other side of the party at the buffet table. He's got a bruschetta stuffed in his mouth, no hands, because he's just hoarding snacks onto like a napkin or something.
Open bar, dude. Whoa.
Yeah, I got it. I was like, oh, well, fuck it. I'm going to meet P. Swayze. And so our producer brings me over and taps him on the shoulder, and P. Swayze turns around, and our producer's like, "Patrick, I would like to introduce you to a real-life, bona fide Patrick Swayze mega fan." And Swayze looks at me and he goes, "Really?" And now everybody, he's with a bunch of people, they're all looking at us like creepy with this weird energy, like they want to know what's going to happen. I freaked out a little bit, and it's nerve-wracking. And I was like, "Hey Patrick, let's go talk over here." And I pulled Patrick Swayze away for our own personal duet.
You were Jennifer Grey.
That's right. I was Baby, and I put us both in a corner.
So now, from my perspective, I'm across the pool, and someone comes over and says to me, "Hey, Lemmy is over there talking to Patrick Swayze." And I look over, and sure enough, what the fuck? He's in a circle of people talking to Patrick Swayze, and on top of that, I see him take Swayze by the elbow and lead him away for a private conversation. And they go and they stand over against this wall, and they're lit beautifully by this Chinese lantern. So the first thing that pops into my head is, fucking Lemmy ditched me to go hang solo with P. Swayze. And then I remembered, open bar.
What Kevin did not know, indeed, what he could not know, was that actually I was over there embarking on the greatest crash and burn ever. Because what happened was I got Swayze over there by myself and spun him around, and that Chinese lantern had him lit up just so. And he looked so fucking handsome. And I'm staring into those steel blue eyes of his. And I froze. I choked. Everything we had talked about beforehand, I forgot. I forgot. Every movie that we've seen a million times, blanked him out. All I could blurt out was, so is Swayze like your stage name or what? And he goes, no, that's my real name. Awkward silence. And I was like, but now, the name Swayze, what's the heritage on that one? And he goes, it's British. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize British names had Z's in them. Awkward silence. And in that particular awkward silence, I noticed out of the corner of my eye, Swayze's finger just twitch. Just a little something, right? And before I could process what was going on, a blur came from my right side, and Matt motherfucking asshole Dillon came swooping in between us. And literally looks at me, he goes, excuse me, bub, or however the fuck Matt Dillon talks. And I realized that what has happened is that P. Swayze has given the help psycho fan signal, and I'm the psycho fan. And after about 30 seconds of staring at Matt Dillon's shoulder blades, I turn and I walked away sulking. And to make matters worse, I look up and I see this guy. And he's like, Patrick Swayze and Matt Dillon, tell me everything.
And he did, and it was pathetic. But I couldn't dwell on it, you know, he was so upset. So I tried to cheer him up. I told him some jokes, threw out a few lines from Tu Wong Fu, right? But nothing worked. So he said, you know what, fuck it, we'll just go home. And so we went home, and at the time, we're subletting an apartment together, and we were actually sharing a bedroom. And so we said, you know what, let's just go to bed. So we went to bed in our respective beds, and we turned out the lights, and like roommates will do, you know, we talked in the dark, you know? And he told a masturbation story, and I laughed, and I farted, he giggled, you know, that kind of shit, you know? And then like roommates will do, you know, you stop talking, and then kind of you lie there in the dark for like 10 minutes, you know, before you fall asleep, you know, not saying anything. So we're in those 10 minutes, right? And all of a sudden I hear this uncontrollable laughter coming from Lemmy's bed. And I'm like, Lemmy, what the hell are you laughing at, man? And he says, I have been lying here for the last 10 minutes thinking about my Patrick Swayze conversation. And I've been reliving it in my head. Only this time, I was funny. And I was charming. And I was sexy. And we laughed and we made friends and we rode horses together. And we did the Lady and the Tramp spaghetti noodle eating thing together. And I couldn't help but laugh because I realized that I was experiencing something that many women had experienced before. True heartbreak over Patrick Swayze.
It's true. Patrick Swayze broke my heart. But the story has a happy ending, which is that about a year later we got our movie Super Troopers into the Sundance Film Festival. And, thank you. And, you know, we had a big party out there to celebrate, and all these celebrities started calling up to be put on the guest list. And our producer comes running into our office one day and goes, guess which celebrity just asked to come to the party?
Matt Dillon.
Fuck Matt Dillon.
Fuck Matt Dillon.
Fuck douchebag.
Fuck that guy.
Patrick fucking Swayze.
Yeah.
Sure enough, he was out there with his movie Donnie Darko, and he came to the screening of Super Troopers, and he came to the party afterwards, and we're at the party, and of course, we're just stalking him from across the room, just eyeballing him, right? And all of a sudden, he looks over at me and does a double take, and looks right at me, and then points at me, and he's like, "You," and starts walking right at me like this, and I'm like, oh my God. Freezer, he comes right at me, he's like, "Have we met before?" And I'm like, "No, sir, we have not." And he's like, "But you look so familiar to me." And I say, "Well, I'm in the movie Super Troopers, which you just saw. I have a mustache and a crew cut." He's like, "Oh, that's how I know you. Oh, that's how, of course, it's so simple." And I was like, "Yeah." And so we had some drinks, and we had some laughs. And that night, I had the time of my life.